Hey everybody, Suz here, back with another keto cooking video. Today we are tackling a version of delicious bacon wrapped stuffed zucchini. This recipe was so easy to throw together, perfect for a easy weeknight. Let's go ahead and show you how we did it. So to start with, in a medium mixing bowl, I just added an 8-ounce block of softened cream cheese, and you really want it to be really softened for this, especially if you're mixing by hand. To that, I'm adding in a half a cup of finely chopped artichoke hearts. Now the ones that I used are marinated in like a heavy olive oil, but you could just get a little tin of them and that would work well also. To that, I'm adding in half a cup of just chopped spinach that's frozen. I've zapped it in the microwave a little bit and wrung the excess water out of it. A cup of shredded mozzarella cheese. And then to that, I also added half a cup of grated Parmesan, and I didn't use fresh, I just used canned. 1 teaspoon of minced garlic, half a teaspoon of red pepper flakes for a little spice, a 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt, and 1/4 teaspoon of ground black pepper. And then I'm just using a regular kitchen tablespoon and a whole lot of elbow grease to cream this all together. Now you can make really light work of this if you used a paddle mixer or even a hand mixer, but I didn't feel like dragging things out and dirtying more dishes, so this really, it seems like it took longer than it did, but it came together really nicely. As always, the original recipe for this is linked down below. Again, this one is from Delish. It was submitted by Lena Abraham. I pretty much followed it. Once you have this all done, set to the side, I'm grabbing my zucchini. I've already prepped it. So I used 3 medium-sized zucchini for this, trimmed the ends off, sliced them in half horizontally, and then I just used my spoon like that to scoop the seeds out. And I am using a rimmed baking sheet for this. Mine is non-stick and it has a built-in rack, which works really great to crisp your bacon up. But if you don't have that, you could totally just make this on any baking sheet, especially if you're not worried about the bacon on the bottom of your zucchini getting crisp. Just, make sure it's rimmed to catch that bacon grease though. So then I'm just using a spoon and spatula here to evenly distribute our mixture between each of our zucchini. For these first 2, I used the spoon like this, but for the rest of them, I just ended up picking up the zucchini halves and kind of filling them up like you would when you're making stuffed celery with cream cheese, and that worked really well. Now after you have those all done, depending on the size of your zucchini, you might have some leftovers left like I did. I just scraped all of this out and put it in a separate little bowl in the fridge. It smelled and tasted almost like a cheese ball, and because all of the ingredients in it are already cooked, are either raw vegetables that are fine to eat, it worked out wonderfully as a little veggie dip, just for a good snack that adds a little fat to your diet. You can dip celery in it, or green bell peppers, cucumbers, whatever you have in the fridge. Now I'm just taking a pound pack of bacon and I'm going to wrap each of these zucchini with 2 slices. And you don't need to use toothpicks or anything to secure this. For me, it all just kind of stuck together nicely, and then I'm just putting those back onto my pan here. And I do have my oven already preheated to 350 for this, and depending on how crisp, how done you want your bacon is, how you'll adjust your cooking times. I went ahead and popped mine onto the middle rack in my oven at 350 for 45 minutes. And this is what it looked like when it came out. I could have dealt with the bacon being even crisper, but this was great, perfect texture. The zucchini still had enough firmness to it, but was soft enough to just kind of cut with the edge of your fork. Here are a couple plated up. My husband had 2 pieces of this for his serving, and then I just had one, the largest one. I think that this would be excellent if you wanted to add a little bit more protein to it by adding some canned or shredded chicken to your mixture. You could do that as well and kind of play around with the recipe. So there you go. I hope you're enjoying your new year start for 2022. We are working on some compilation videos for you that we will have up in the coming weeks. And until next time, bye y'all.